Good morning there. Today is day 3 of working on my ski technique. We'll see how it goes today. I hope overnight, while I had a good sleep, my skills, knowledge, feelings has solidified a little bit. That would be great. Hope we do some more short turns. It would be nice to do some carving too. The long turns, that would be nice. But short turns is really my Achilles, so I need to work on it. See how that goes. So I just finished first morning of practicing long turns on day 3 of this training week, and I thought it went kind of well. We warmed up just doing some long turns at our own pace, and then as time went on, got some more feedback. Got one piece of feedback in the beginning, which was, I want you to slow down the transition, Jens. Henry told me. I tried, but then he told me that I didn't really slow down the transition. I just extended the arc length, so I was like staying that same radius turn for longer and not really slowing down the transition. And he told me to do the same radius turn but shorten the arc length, but slow down the transition. And that actually made me feel more in control of the speed, which was really cool. I'm happy about that. We got filmed a couple of times. It was a really good time. And I was happy to see that I'm a bit less rigid than last year. Like beginning of last season, I didn't ski like myself. I skied the way he wanted me to ski. I had a really rigid upper body, keeping the zipper kind of vertical, and that wasn't that good for my skiing. I think it wasn't very dynamic. It led to often over pressurizing the outside ski. It would kind of drag behind, kind of weird. Yeah. So then I tried to get a bit more dynamic, bit of backseated on the transition, or like off heel heavy, and incline a little bit more on the initiation of the turn, kind of like racers do, and then crank in angulation progressively through the turn, and which I've been doing today, but I think I over inclined some, which isn't that great. But yeah, pretty happy. It's good. Now I'm gonna have lunch. See ya. So here we're on the challenge with Henry. Hi again. How's my skiing been today, mate?
Skiing's been good. We've been diving into some long turns today, which has been fun. First time of the winter really for all of us. So we just started kind of gradually just getting used to the speed again. And with Jens we were looking at just trying to slow down the transition a little bit, so it's not super rushed and we're just banging the skis from edge to edge.
It felt really nice.
Yeah,
I was happy with that feedback.
That's cool. That was good. Working, yeah, that was good. And then with that as well, then I guess just trying to look at that, you know, more, yeah, building an earlier edge angle to make sure that we're increasing the edge. And then this afternoon now we are playing with the sort of release phase of the turn, I guess, and trying to make that more effective.
Yeah, so we're basically on a pretty flat slope, try to carve super aggressive, early high edge angle, let the skis go far away from you, and then soften the legs quickly so the legs kind of ping away from you. Maybe you even kind of bend the tails of the skis a little bit.
The goal is an airborne edge change. We'll see later on how successful we all are.
Yeah, it's been almost too flat for my taste to really make it happen down there. But one drill I really enjoyed you made us do was the a normal funnel drill where you start doing big turns, making them shorter and shorter, but he told me try to make it shorter and shorter without making the transition happen faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, so we're trying to make the transition match the size of the turn.
Yeah, and what was cool about that was
It's pretty cool, like edge to edge of the frame, and then pretty consistent. Maybe you can draw a little funnel in. You know?
Yeah, on that video, as you're watching now, I used Henry as a reference in the middle of the slope, and I really started on one side of him, and then I skied approximately to equally far away on the other side and kept him in the middle, and thus the drill worked pretty well.
I think so. It's a good one.
But I'm really happy with today. My skiing looks much more dynamic. Hey, thank you so much for today.
You're welcome. It's been good. Good day.
Excellent. How's your day been skiing?
It's been a classic, really.
What is that?
He's filming as well. Because I've been working on some more psychological approaches to my skiing, because I tend to be quite harsh on myself, and I don't really know what a good turn feels like when I do it, and most of the time I don't think they're good, and sometimes they actually are fun. So I've been working on trying to beat myself up a little bit less.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What about you, Will? What have you been working on?
I've been working on the start of the turn and rolling on a bit earlier onto the outside ski, and then trying to achieve more angles.
So a bit more like dynamic in your skiing.
Yes, yeah, exactly so. Yeah, mad angs.
Mad hangs. Well, what have you been working on today?
I've been working on trying to make the longs a bit cleaner, so clean cut throughout the turn, which
Have you
I'm
been
finding.
skidding out?
Yeah, and I'm finding it challenging on the steep part of the slope, and also being a little bit more active in the transition phase. So I'm not park and riding quite as much.
Okay, it's been kind of a theme for the three of us, Will, you and me, to be a little bit more dynamic.
Yeah.
Like incline a little bit into the turn, crank in some angulation,
Yeah.
and then have a nice and like dynamic transition where the legs just ping past you.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I concur.
You concur?
Particularly the bottom bit with the shorter turns, but still mad angs.
Nice one.
Trying to get some air.
Thank you guys for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also.
Bye.
Hi.